Hi, and welcome to my channel. In this video I am going to restore this Lamborghini Countach from my own childhood. As you can see, it's a little bit filthy, some things are broken, like the wheel. It just needs some love. So, let's take it apart. I am not going to bother you with this kind of content, so I sped some things up. And even that the car had broken parts and some UV damage, it's not really in a bad shape, but it can do a little bit restoration. The model I am transforming is from Burago. It's a 1/18 scale. And it's about, I think, 20-25 years old. And if you're new here on this channel, please subscribe, like, comment or share, and put on your notifications bell. And watch my complete videos, please. You help me a lot. So, we got a bunch of parts laying around. But first, let's sand the body and make it ready for paint. The body didn't have much work to do, so only sanding was okay. Here I put on the first coat of primer, or filler, as you can see. It's already looking okay, and here I'm putting on the final color. It's a mixture of silver metallic, like steel metal, metal grey, I don't know how to call it. But it looks nice and it's period correct. And after 3 coats, I let it dry overnight, so I can make it ready for the final coats of clear. Some little parts I wasn't happy with, so I sanded it a little bit and I degreased it, and now it's time for clear coat. And I just love how it turned out. The color is really sparkly, as you can see. And again, I let it dry for about a day, and now it's time for the rebuild. And now the body was drying, I decided to make the interior more realistic. But as you can see, the material, the plastics, are really brittle after that much time. So I carefully painted the interior tub black. And when that was drying, I take a look at the body again and make the inner side black, just like the real car. And I gave the air filter and that kind of things a good clean. And I put it back together. The windows and the light clusters had a lot of UV damage from standing for the window all those years. So I made some new ones from an old model car I had laying around. And fitted them in place. They fit nicely. Originally the taillights were complete orange. So I made them a little bit more realistic by adding some red and some silver. On the car there were some hinges that were broken off, so I made some new ones. Therefore I used some 2mm nails. I cut them in the right size and they fit nicely and they work. That's the most important thing. And I made the front compartment more realistic by adding some more colors to the brake booster, some lines and some other parts. I put the original logos back in place, and as you can see, everything opens again. Now it was time to add more details, like black trim, black rubbers inside the door sills and some black trim around the windows. I made them with a marker. And I'm happy how it turned out. It looks more realistic than original. With the new hinges in place, the bonnet works like a dream. But let's go back to the interior and underside of the car. First, I take apart the engine, because it was chrome painted and I don't like that. So I added more detail, like black valve covers, and painted the engine block silver. I think it looks quite realistic. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. The car originally came with a tan interior, but I changed it to red. I think it's a quite nice combination with the silver bodywork. And I added the radiators. I painted the window trim black. And now it's time to make some windows for it. The original scale model doesn't came with windows in the doors, so I decided to make them myself. And I put the door panels back in place. And when you're still watching, please like, share, comment or subscribe. And put on your notifications bell. And watch my whole videos please. I can't stress this enough. Now every opening part is back in place again. It was time to make the headliner for the car and put everything back together. And as you can see, the front window is really damaged by sun. So I'm going to change that and make a new one for it. I cut the front window from 2mm Lexan. And then I thought the interior was not quite realistic enough, so I added some real carpet. And I ditched the racing harnesses for normal seat belts, because it's not a race car. So yeah, the project is almost finished. So let's put it back together. I love it how everything just slots together. Just a couple of screws. And yeah, then it's almost finished. Just a quick look if everything still opens and closes. Then it was time to make some decals for it. Some new license plates and some new logos. And the most important part, new wheels. Because these wheels are just very brittle. They just shatter in pieces when you push on it, as you can see. But then I was like, oh, and now, oh yeah, I got a Diablo laying around. That wheels should fit. So let's fit them. On the rear it was a direct fit. But on the front I had to make some little spaces, because otherwise the wheels were tucked inside too much, and I don't like that. And I had an old model stand laying around from another car, but that car is already gone. So I decided to put this Lamborghini on that stand. Everything is coming along nicely. I made some new license plates, some new logos and some other things. So, it's getting there. So, let's close everything, let's take the car outside, make some beautiful pictures from it and some videos. And that was the end of this build. I hope you enjoyed this build, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope I see you the next time. Please like, share, comment or subscribe. Put on your notifications bell. And I hope a lot, I see you the next time. Bye bye.